You know what it is. It's your man Trey, aka T. Smith.
Loved by few, hated by many, respected by all.
Coach Boy, Coach in, ready to get it in on the world famous
TURFTALK, baby.
First down, Willie Bryant. Green, and it's intercepted. Drake Jackson. Let's go. Let's go.
Live my whole life around gangsters. Don't hang around nothing that ain't like us. Twin foes make them put away deuces. My whole hood in the building looking ruthless.
Hey, special edition of Turf Talk, man. I'm excited. One-on-one. Thank you for tapping in with us this evening, this morning, whenever you catch this replay. We got the only one, Mr. All-State, All-CIF quarterback, Beaumont High School. A lot of people might not be familiar with the beautiful mountains out there, but this dude is a baller. Mr. Christopher Cooper, how you doing, man?
Good. Thank you for having me, Coach.
Man, I've been, I seen the stats. We had a chance to interview you from the very beginning, and I was like, man, what's all the hype about this kid? Because I never really heard of him. And then I went to one game. So I've been practicing my John Gruden situation, and then I want you to introduce yourself after this, but I'm going to share my screen, and when I seen you do this play right here, man, I want people to pay. Can I make it any bigger? Hopefully I can make it bigger. But anyway, this play right here, I believe. No, not this one. This one right here is mine. This is the play when I started watching you, your demeanor, everything about you. Because this is a D1 throw, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not nobody to, have a resume and nothing like that. But I got enough guys around me that been D1 and pro level. This right here, like, I don't know how do you have offers right now?
Nah, I ain't got no offers. I got interest.
Hey, well, we know the interest there, but this right here, this is when I said, let me find that again. My bad. I messed it up, man. Hold on. Not that one. It's this one right here. This throw right here is spectacular. No, this is the second one. And I'm going to show you why that's one of my second favorite throws. This one right here, if you go, no, that's the music. We go back and play this again. People can't do this right here. Look, he gets the ball. You already know the pressure coming because I know you got the clock in your head.
Yeah.
Then you get jam-packed right here, ball on a dime. That's my second favorite throw. Let me take it to my first favorite throw. I just want people to know the real of who we talking to right now. Mr. Christopher Cooper, quarterback from Beaumont High School. All-State, All-CIF. This play right here. Woo! And that's the last-minute game winner. People can't see that. The clock is running out. It's the game winner. Play this one more time, then we're going to get into this interview with Christopher Cooper. That's when I started watching you, man. Hey, that I'm telling you right there, bro. That's hard. That right there is extremely hard. Let's get back to. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Turf Talk introduced one-on-one, Mr. Christopher Cooper. Talk to us a little bit about yourself. It's the non-humble show, man. Give me a little bit of your resume so people know, because I just showed them why they should be paying attention to you.
Yeah. Pretty much came off starting my sophomore year on varsity. Threw for 3,600 yards. Took my team to the second round of the playoffs. Got game MVP for the first round. And then in the offseason, got myself invited to Elite 11 camp. Played for a pretty elite program, Ground Zero and 7-on-7. Mm-hmm. And then coming into this year, had a pretty young squad, but still put up like 2,500 yards. And then made it to the playoffs, fell short, played a great team, but still had a pretty solid season for my junior year. So pretty excited to roll into my senior year.
Yes, sir. And that's I'm here for the hype train. I'm here for it all, man. One of the most impressive things I get to see about you this year, besides your leadership, you have a certain amount of confidence when you step on that grass. And I like that. Some people might take it offensive. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I seen you out there at the JV game, the freshman game, telling these players how to run the route or telling them the plays that you know how it's supposed to go. People don't
Yep.
get to see that stuff, and I think that says a lot about you. I got a chance to meet your mom, your family. I mean, nobody has anything bad to say about you, man. And like I said, I stood on the sideline for you about 45 minutes before I even knew who you was. And I was like, man, who's this dude rooting on all these kids? And then I was like, man, this is that guy, Christopher Cooper, the one, you know, I'm slowly becoming a fan of, now a fan of. So talk about the leadership role. Do you and the head coach talk about that, or is that something that, you know, he's helped you get into, or is that something that just became natural?
Yeah, definitely. My head coach kind of like talked to me a lot about this because, you know, last year, my sophomore year actually, I let my seniors take the reins. You know, like I was there, I was definitely just learning, but like I was definitely there, like trying to be a leader and stuff. And then my junior year is when I really had to step up. And my guy Pedro over there at Beaumont, he helped me out too. But yeah, just me and Coach Steimer have a great relationship, and we just talk a lot. We recently had a meeting, you know, about my upcoming senior year, and he just kind of just broke it down for me on what I can do to be a better leader and what I've done to be a good leader and how setting an example in the weight room, in the classroom, off the field, all that kind of stuff leads into wins and playoff victories and, you know, hopefully a ring next year. But all that stuff really matters. You know, the locker room environment, how you are with your teammates, everything like that really matters. So definitely some of it comes with experience. But I mean, without Coach Steinberg, you know, I don't understand where my leadership or anything like that would be.
Yeah, I've had to speak to a chance to speak to Coach Steinberg. He's a great leader. He gets high praises around the high school community. So definitely you're in good hands. You know, he has a brilliant mind, and with a weapon like yourself, I think, you know, the task is unlimited of what you guys have. You guys did have a young receiving core,
Yeah.
and that's something that. But I think you helped him develop. Is you What have you learned through the off seasons as you've gotten older, as far as how important are the off seasons with the chemistry with the guys that are around you?
Huge, you know, huge, especially when you're like dealing with the younger receiving core like I had last year, you know, all through the summer ball, the 7-on-7, you know, scrimmages, stuff like that. The work after practice, you know, work before practice, all that chemistry will definitely lead into the game. But I mean, without that, you know, we'd be off timing, we'd be off, we'd be off on everything on the touch and everything like that. So like the chemistry and working with your receivers off the field and outside of practice is huge.
Okay, that's definitely important. You know, that the quarterback's best friend is, you know, the wide receivers saying hanging out late after practice and things like that. Do you have when the season starts, do you have in your mind of a certain amount of goals in your head, whether you tell anybody or not, that you must obtain, as far as, because if you obtain a certain amount of goals, the team will automatically be a certain level, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not saying you share that with the world, or you might just share with your parents, or maybe even Coach Steinberg. Do you have goals set in your head to where, like, I have to be right here at a certain point?
Yeah, you know, definitely I have goals and I have goals for myself. And like for example, a goal for myself this year was like really like last year, you know, it was like straight pocket quarterback. And this year I was able to, you know, take my game to the ground a little more, which then eventually opened up the run. So yeah, I definitely set goals, like many goals for myself like that. But like winning wise, I was like, I looked at our non-league schedule and I was like, we can blow all these teams out and definitely go 5-0. And you know, we accomplished that. And like in the beginning of the season, everybody was like, "Oh, you guys got a tough non-league schedule. Like it's not looking too good for you guys." And you know that kind of like pushed us more. And so in the back of my mind, I was like, "That's goal number one: 5-0, start the year off right, and get this and get ready to roll into league." So that was definitely one of my goals, and it kind of transitioned to everything. And then after I shared that goal with the team, it kind of started spreading.
Okay. What are some things, you know, I know you got to get, you know what I'm saying, take care of your business, but like we just want to tap in with you, man. We're talking to Christopher Cooper, the quarterback for Beaumont High School, all CIF, all state, right here on Turf Talk. What's some things in your head that we might not know, and you might not even want to share as far as the detail? What's some like some things that you have an idea of what you want to work on for next year? Because it looks like, I'm honestly, bro, it looks like everything is there. It looks like everything is there. So
Yeah.
do you have something inside where you're like, oh, I need to work on this or work on that? Or you're just saying, I need to fine tune some things?
Yeah, you know, Like I feel like overall my game is pretty it's pretty solid at this point, but
Yeah.
like there's always room for improvement. Like I feel
Okay.
like next year I definitely I wish there's a few deep balls I wish I could have had back,
Okay.
stuff like that. So maybe some touch from my receivers, and then like a little bit of like a few like pocket awarenesses. I definitely got better at that towards the end of the year, but it's just like all right,
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, and then I'm out of there. Instead
Yeah.
of trying
Got you.
to yeah, like it's cool to keep your eyes downfield, but when I got 15, 20 yards in front of me,
I
I might
got
as
you.
well make a play, So a few things like that, just getting smarter, and overall. But I definitely feel like there's a lot of room for improvement.
I
But
like that.
definitely, yeah, I feel at the same time my game is pretty solid.
I like, no, I definitely, man. I don't say that to a lot of people. You'll see, I'll be doing one-on-ones, man. I don't, like give you the horse crap or nothing like that. I think you definitely solid. I think you got a high ceiling, a very high ceiling. I think you're on the right page. And I think you're going to go somewhere and make some other coaches as well as Coach Steinberg and the Beaumont program very highly respected as they are right now. But I think you'll help bring them to another level. So, man.
Yep.
Hey, Turf Talk right here with Mr. Christopher Cooper, All-State, All-CIF. Put some respect on his name. Come check him out. Come see a game. Hey, if you're a college coach, this is somewhere you need to have your eyes on him. And this is it's not even a needle in the haystack. He just has to be seen and brought back to the war room. So we appreciate you for hanging out with us, man. Anything we could do, you let us know. And like I said, we appreciate you for tapping in with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it for having me.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too. Peace.
All right, bye.